A familiar face for many, Jude Dobson has been made an Officer of the New Zealand Order of Merit for services to the community, broadcasting and historical preservation in this year's King's Honours list. You'll remember Jude from her show 5:30 with Jude in the 90s. I know I do, remember it well. And going back even further from game show Sale of the Century. Since then, she has been an unstoppable force in the media landscape, producing content for parents and children, making countless documentaries, focusing in on the human stories of war and writing best-selling novels. What can't she do? Well, I don't know. There's probably more to do. Jude Dobson is with me this morning. Jude, good morning.
Good morning. I bought your book, Ryan.
Oh, great.
There you go.
What is it?
It's like you've got time to do any reading. That's the book. This is the lovely book about Pippa. This is her memoir, the World War II secret agent.
My mother-in-law has read it and absolutely loves it.
Well, there you go. Now you've got your own copy.
She was going to lend me her copy,
there you
so
go.
this is fantastic. How did you come across this story?
Well, I found Pippa when I was introduced by a man who was liaising with all the Bomber Command veterans. I was doing a doco about 5 or 6 years ago called New Zealand's Air Force Then and Now, and I wanted to find the old Spitfire pilots and, you know, all these old guys, Lank pilots. I found them, and then he said, "You don't want to meet a woman, do you?" And I went, I do. But she obviously didn't want to talk at the time. But she did eventually said that she'd like to write a memoir. So through a friend of mine, I found her a publisher and got her a publishing deal. So I didn't think I would be involved. I thought I'd just done a good duty and got her a publishing deal so she could leave some money to her children, but then she asked me to write the memoir. So there you go. That was that story.
Incredible. For those who don't know much about it, I've had the synopsis from my mother-in-law.
Okay.
But the story's pretty amazing.
Oh, she was amazing, yeah. There were only 39 women that were in World War II, Nazi-occupied France. She was one of them. Yeah, and, you know, the odds were pretty rubbish. 50% of them
100%.
didn't make it,
Yeah.
Most were dead in 6 weeks, and a third of them died, but she made it and lived up in the bush in Henderson Valley on her own with her old dog.
Very cool story.
Yeah, I was pretty humbled. I was pretty lucky to do it.
Oh, yeah, I bet you were.
Yeah.
Most media people these days go and write a book about themselves.
No, I'm Pippa. That's Pippa's book. I'm just writing her story.
Yeah, no, absolutely, which is, I think, commendable. But what inspired you how did you end up in the media business, if that's what you want to call it, way back?
Originally?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a long story. We've only got this much time.
We're on the internet. We can go as long as we want.
Well, I was a nurse, right? I was a registered nurse, so I was out at Manukau Tech, you know. Instead of wearing my funny hat at McDonald's, I answered an ad which gave me $30 an hour as a new face at June Daly Watkins. Anyone who's over 60 will know what I mean. And that modelling agency put me into a Miss Universe New Zealand. This is all a bit cringe. But I didn't win it. I don't know why I did it, really. But they just said, "You're doing it." And the head of entertainment at TVNZ said, "You didn't win it, but, you know, stay in touch. There might be a job in telly." And then he asked me to audition for Sale of the Century, which I originally said, "No, I don't want to be a quiz show hostess." He said, "Give it a go. You never know where it takes you."
Was it fun?
Sale, yeah, it's good fun. It was a lovely family.
What was the highlight for you of your career? I mean, you've got this kind of niche with the stories, the types of stories that you're writing about now. You've done the fun stuff. You know, you started, as you said, with nursing. What's been the highlight?
Ooh, I've always just tried to do something that I'm interested in. 5:30 with Jude was fun because it was my own show, but like you've got now. And once again, it was a family environment, lots of good people, met lots of interesting people. But I think the things I've been doing lately, the documentaries around World War I and II, I really love because you only get a chance to preserve that first-hand history once, and these people have gone.
And then sadly, we have new wars that we're confronted with, and the people who tell us the stories about the ones we've forgotten about are leaving us.
That's right, yeah. And after this, I'm going to go and speak to a 10th grader in Chicago who's doing a project for a documentary about her. So the book's just come out in the US. So
wow.
Yeah, really lovely to talk to the 10th grader from Chicago.
How cool.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
How do you feel about the honour, by the way?
It's a bit weird. I did think it was spam when I got the email. Oh, no, I'm really honoured, actually. And I've just tried to do my part in my corner of the world with the skills I've got. Which, you've got to do. People live in communities. You've got to be part of a community. It's a good thing. It's a great thing.
Jude, lovely to have you on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Well
Happy
done.
reading.
Well earned, and I will. Thank you very much. That's Jude Dobson, officially an officer of the New Zealand Order of Merit.